Aloha, aloha. Welcome to the Chaos Effect Mind. Welcome back. I always forget to plug in my, what is it called? Microphone. But anyway, here we are. I'm going to do affirmation reading. This one says, the main event is not the destination. It is my joyous journey. You did not come forth seeking assignments to complete. You came forth, for a reason to flow and to love and enjoy life. Even though you will return home at the end of any vacation, the idea of your holiday is not to complete it as quickly as possible so that you can check off your list. The idea of your vacation and of this life experience is to have a joyous experience. Okay, and I was just journaling about this, right? Because, I find it difficult as a creative, not impossible, just difficult as a creative, as an individual who enjoys creating and doing things. But I find it difficult and more difficult to, I don't even like the word balance when it comes to jobs and stuff like that, but I find it more difficult to have a normal job and try to create the life I want, right? So I find myself just checking off these lists, just checking off. So it's okay, I did that. But it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like I've done anything, right? For myself, at least. And so, I know that this life can feel that way, right? Like we are so busy focused on an accomplishment and opposed to focusing on the journey and the joys in between in the journey. So this isn't really an affirmation card. I mean, there are affirmations in the book, but I do want to get an oracle card from this, please. Please give me, oh, thank you, tears, okay? So maybe the previous tears that you've shed are going to bring you, and there's a lot of blue in this, so I'm feeling like throat chakra is definitely significant in some way. So I feel like the tears that you've shed are going to guide you down to a path that you're more aligned with, right? When it comes, as far as like when it comes to your creating and things of that nature. So cranes, butterflies, and koi fish could be significant. This is feelings, the human experience, a much needed release. We are water, embrace emotion, make space for the feeling, cry, grow through pain, heart triggers. It is okay to be uncomfortable, good or bad. Connection through shared sadness. Be support to someone else. The affirmation is, I can exist exactly as I am and exactly in this way. It is okay to cry, scream, or feel anything at all. It's funny because I was definitely thinking of screaming outside coming up. So that's that could be relevant. You know what I mean? Like having a cathartic scream of like just release, it can be good, right? Because sometimes we are in situations where we can't necessarily let out that anger in some way. And I read yesterday, anger wants to move. It wants to move out of you. It wants to move through you. So if you're not going to do anything about that anger, I promise you it will come out in other ways. It is not my responsibility to convince anyone of anything. Make your decisions about what you want and set out to create the life experiences that you choose and allow all others to do the same. Okay? So that's important, right? Because, and again, I've been having a lot of thoughts about work and stuff like that, like normal jobs and shit. So if you feel someone is going to be inherently negative when it comes to you quitting a job or doing something, and obviously we all need money to live and et cetera, but I'm in a position right now where I possibly could move away from that shit so I can bring into alignment the life that I want, right? But I feel I'm surrounded by a lot of people that are trapped in a matrix mindset when it comes to work and surviving and all of those things, right? And I said surviving with air quotes in case you're not watching on the screen. But yeah, so, and that's the exact thing I'm trying to get away from, right? Like not even get away from it. I've just been in this survival mindset for too long. Now it's time for me to create. Now it's time for me to flow. Now it's time for me to be. So I don't feel that I need anyone's validation when it comes to the moves I make. And it's not your responsibility to convince anyone of anything when it comes to your life and what you want to do and how you want to move through your life. Okay? I just feel like that might need to be said. Maybe I needed to hear it too. I pray y'all have a great, great day, and I'll see you soon. Peace.